Today we have a graphical method to understand uniform speed, non-uniform speed and uniformly accelerated motion. Firstly we talk about uniform speed. When an object moves with a uniform speed, it's give a straight line like this. An object start with zero initial speed. Here u is equal to 0 initial speed and uniform equal distance in equal interval of time. Equal distance in equal interval of time and non-uniform unequal distance in an equal interval of time. Unequal distance in an equal interval of time and equal distance in an equal interval of time. So we have a slope that is straight line, and in a non-uniform speed we have a curved slope, basically not a straight line but a curved slope. So and it is our distance in a y-axis. Let this is our y-axis and this is our x-axis. This is our x-axis and this is our y-axis. So why do we represent time on a x-axis and distance on a y-axis? Because time is an independent quantity. Independent quantity. And distance is a dependent quantity. And depend quantity. Distance depend on time, but time doesn't depend on distance. That have a simple meaning. Distance depend on time, but time doesn't depend on distance. In the same way, distance depend on time, but time doesn't depend on distance. Because it is an independent quantity, that is dependent quantity, independent quantity and dependent quantity. Because of that, we represent time on an x-axis and distance on a y-axis. Similar when we talk about velocity time graph, speed time graph, speed on a y-axis and time on a x-axis, velocity on a y-axis and time on a x-axis, same things. Because time is a whatever thing that is independent that represent on a x-axis and whatever things that is dependent on something we represent on a y-axis. So now we have a slope this and we wanna find out the slope. Okay, which type of slope is basically? It is positive slope, negative slope, zero slope, undefined slope. Undefined means when we have a slope like m is equal to rise upon run that is equal to some constant quantity with a zero. Denominator in a denominator we have a zero, that is undefined slope. Undefined slope, that is not defined. If in a zero slope we have a m is equal to rise upon run that is 0 upon some constant quantity. That is our zero slope. That is our zero slope. That is our zero slope, otherwise undefined. This is undefined. And positive slope and negative slope. M is positive, that means we have a positive slope. If M negative, we have a negative slope. If M is equal to positive, if M is equal to negative, we have a positive slope, negative slope. Now, just look, when we move right, that is, we have a two unit 1 and 2. This is our right and this is our run, and this is our, and it is also 2 unit 1 and 2. Basically it is 2 and it is 2. That's become m is equal to rise upon run. That's become 2 upon 2, that's become 1. Rise upon run. Otherwise, we can also measure these things in a different way. Suppose we have a rise in a downward direction and we have a run. In a downward direction, we have a -2, and in this direction we taken positive, in this direction we taken negative. Negative cancel, and that's also becomes 1. And whatever sign we take, that represent how we consider it. Otherwise, we have also m is equal to, on a coordinate basis, m is equal to y2 minus y1 upon s2 minus s1. And we have a coordinate s1 y1 s2 y2. We have a coordinate s1 y1 s2 y2, and we have a coordinate 2 to s1 is a 2, y1 is 2, s2 is a 4, y2 is a 4. Now we just put here y2 is 4 minus y1 is 2, 4 minus 2, s2 is 4, s1 is minus 2, that's become 2 upon 2, that's become 1. So m is equal to 1. That is our positive slope. That is our positive slope, that denotes graph is increasing. Graph is increasing as a, yani, positive slope. graph is increasing. In a similar way, when we in a similar way we can find out slope in this figure also. We have a m is equal to rise upon run. We have a rise upon run. We have a rise upon run. M is equal to rise upon run. That's become rise. Similar way, rise and that is our rise, and that is our, and we have a 1 unit rise, 1 unit run. So m is equal to 1 upon 1, that is we have a slope 1. Now according to coordinate, we have a s1 y1 s2 y2, and coordinate is 2, s equal to s1 is equal to 2, s1 is equal to 2, y1 is equal to 1, s2 is equal to 3, y2 is equal to 3. So we get m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by s2 minus s1. So we get y2 is equal to what? 2 minus 1. S2 is equal to what? 3 minus 2. So we get m is equal to 1 by 1, that is 1 slope. And it also shows graph is increasing. Graph is increasing. It also shows graph is increasing. Has a increasing nature. Both have a increasing nature. Now we have a now there is a point we can take s1 y1 or s2 y2 in anyone. There is no way to just take only of s1 y1 and only of s2 y2. That doesn't matter. We can take interchangeably. In now uniformly accelerated motion, displacement time graph. Whenever we talk about acceleration, there is a displacement, not distance. There is a displacement, not distance. Whenever we talk about acceleration, while it is constant acceleration, variable acceleration, that doesn't matter, but we consider displacement, not distance. So an object moving with initial velocity 0, an object moves from 0 velocity in a uniformly acceleration gives a curved line, not a straight line. Gives a curved line, not a straight line. Is straight line, curved line. Because it's parabolic, and straight line. So similar way we can find m is equal to rise upon run, that is our rise and that is our run. So we have a 1 unit for rise and 1 unit for run, that is 1. So we have a slope 1. When we find out as a coordination, we have a S2 Y2. This is our S2 Y2, S1 Y1. So Y2 minus Y1. Y2 is our 1. Y2 is our 1. M is equal to Y2 minus Y1, S2 minus S1. So Y2 is our 1 minus Y1 is 2 and S2 is our 2 and S1 is 3. So we got minus 1 upon minus 1. Minus minus cancel, 1 1 cancel. We got a 1 slope. Rise and run. We also get in a similar way in a different direction, in a downward direction, that is minus 1 and this side minus 1. We got a 1. Yeah, basically direction is really matter how we consider it, but we get a slope even with this. Now, when we talk about speed time graph, velocity time graph, when we talk about speed time graph, when we talk about speed time graph and velocity time graph, when we talk about speed time graph and velocity time graph, we know we represent speed on a x-axis, sorry, y-axis, and time on a x-axis. Speed time graph. Speed time graph. We have a axis, x-axis, and y-axis, and it denotes time t and speed b. B. Y-axis. Time t, t, time. Okay. And we have another one, velocity time graph. In a velocity time graph, velocity time graph, B velocity. Similar with t time. And this is our 0, 0. So now, when an object moves with a uniform speed, when an object moves with a uniform speed, there is no change in speed. When and it has also initial velocity with 0. Then we definitely goes with straight line. When uniform speed, uniform speed. In a similar way, when we have a uniform speed with 0 initial velocity, that also goes with straight line. Uniform speed. Speed is uniform. Uniform speed goes with 0 velocity. We can also find out slope in a similar way, like a drawing of coordination point, and we can find out. Otherwise, rise and run, we can find out. Now, when we talk about non-uniform speed and non-uniform velocity, we got a curve line. We got a curve line. We got a curve line. When we talk about non-uniform speed, this is our x-axis, this is our y-axis, and v speed and t time, and this coordinate is 0. So we get a curve line. And when we talk about non-uniform velocity, not a speed, it's a velocity. Uniform velocity. And we have a x-axis and t time, and the y-axis v velocity, and we have a geo starting point. We have a curved structure. It is non-uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity. And we know slope of velocity time graph gives acceleration and area under velocity time graph gives displacement. Slope of velocity time graph gives acceleration and area under velocity time graph gives displacement. That is slope of VT graph gives acceleration and area under VT graph and area under VT graph area under VT graph gives displacement. Area under, that means how much area does it cover in a particular interval of time. That gives a displacement. How much area? Suppose we have a area like this area. We have a particular area this. And how much displacement does it travel in a particular time? Suppose we have a time here t1 and we have a time here t2 and we have a distance displacement s1 s2. Then we have a coordinate s2 minus s1 and t2 minus t1. Just change in s2, change in displacement, change in this position minus this position, we have got displacement. Area under this. We directly S2. To other two, we have a V2, we have a V1, and we have a time T1, T2. And area gives, area under gives displacement. We have a displacement X. V2, V1, T1, T2. In next video, we derive the formula of B is equal to U plus AT, B square is equal to U square plus 2AS and X is equal to UT plus half AT square in a accelerated motion and S is equal to Vt in a distance time speed time relation.